Hello, this is Susan Poss. I'm going to finish out working with the analysis of the parabolic function. We're going to look at a couple of examples here. We're going to be doing several things. We're going to be finding the zeros of the function, the vertex, the axis of symmetry. We're going to graph it, and we're going to identify the domain and the range. So a lot of tasks here. And I've drawn 3 graphs at the top of the screen to remind you that we expect 2 real solutions for the zeros of the function. That will occur when the parabola crosses the x-axis twice and we get two distinct x-intercepts. We may get 1 real solution, and that would occur when the parabola touches the x-axis only once, and you see that in the second graph. And we also may get imaginary solutions, and these are non-real solutions, and when that occurs, the parabola does not cross the x-axis at all. All right, so we're going to take this function y equals negative x squared minus 4x plus 2, and we're going to begin by finding the zeros. The way you find the zeros is you allow y to be equal to 0. And I'm going to use the quadratic formula to solve this for x. So we can see here that a is negative 1, b is negative 4, and c is positive 2. All right, so now I've made all my substitutions and I'm ready to do the arithmetic. So this is positive 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 plus 8 over negative 2. So this becomes a 24 underneath. And remember, the square root of 24 can be broken down into the square root of 4 times 6. And of course that 2 is going to come out from under the radical when we take the square root of 4. And let me call your attention to one more thing here. I can see that this 4, this plus or minus 2, and this negative 2 here all have the factor 2 in common. So when I do that, I'm actually dividing each of those pieces by negative 2. I get negative 2 plus or minus 1 times the square root of 6. And let me, since we're graphing here, let me pick up my calculator and let me type in negative 2 plus the square root of 6. And that gives me approximately 0.4 for one of my solutions. Then I'm going to go back and type again negative 2, and this time minus the square root of 6. And that approximately is negative 4.4. So one of my x-intercepts is at 0.4, 0, and the other one is at negative 4.4, 0. So let me go ahead and try to put those on the grid right about there. Here's the 0.4, 0, and here's the negative 4.4, 0 over here. All right, so I've got the zeros. Now let's go for the vertex. I may have to rewrite the function as I scroll. As I scroll. As I scroll down. All right, so for the vertex, we have a formula. That we talked about in a previous video. So I'm going for the x coordinate, the opposite of b, over twice a. And you can see that b is negative 4 and a is negative 1. So that gives me a positive 4 over a negative 2, which gives me a negative 2. All right, now in order to find y, we take what we found for x and we plug that in to the original function. Be careful here, you hold that minus out in front, square the negative 2. So this is a negative 4 plus 10, which gives me a positive 6. So it looks like the vertex has coordinates negative 2, 6. Let's go up here on the graph, and let's find negative 2, 6. Label it for some reason. The axis of symmetry I quit.